Welcome back to another video, everyone. Today we're back on Crash Team Racing because today I want to talk about what this game was like when it first came out. I've had quite a lot of comments over the past few years saying that they discovered my Crash channel after the main channel and they actually got into the Crash franchise because of that, because of the videos that I do here. And some people picked up Crash Team Racing years after it came out. It's been out for what, 3 years now? It's crazy. I mean, Crash 4 has been out for 2 years almost. It's been over 2 years since it was first revealed. Also, I haven't played this game in months, so forgive me if I'm rusty. I'm racing some time trials right now, including the developer, so don't expect me to beat them in the video. I'm just sort of getting back into it. But yeah, so there's quite a few people on my comments that have said that they've gotten into this game years after it came out. You know, you can get into this game whenever. It's still a fun game to learn, it's still a fun game to play, but honestly, the experience of playing it when it first came out, it was just a different experience. It was so fun because you had all of the new characters and the Grand Prix to look forward to, which were coming out, I can't remember, pretty much every month, right? There was a new Grand Prix. So you had a new Grand Prix to look forward to every single month, a new track, loads of characters from the series that hadn't been announced for the game yet. So it was fun to speculate which characters would be included in the game. And at first, it wasn't just the very obscure characters. I know it's fun and exciting when someone like Yaya Panda gets added to the game, but it's more exciting in my opinion when some of the main characters from the series are included. Like Embryo and Nina, you had those sort of characters to look forward to at the beginning of this game's lifespan. Now, I started my channel, the WumpaLewis channel at least, about 3 months maybe after this game came out. It was sort of that made me want to start this channel because, well, it was partially because I wanted to talk about the Crash series. Since growing up, I didn't really know anyone that was into Crash, so I could never speak about it with anyone. That was partially the reason. It's just that CTR was the main thing that made me actually get up and go and create the channel. And so I've got plenty of videos, you know, some of my first videos are speculations of which characters might get added to the game. And I'm just happy that I started making videos then because it's a really cool little nostalgia thing. You know, you can go back and watch those videos and get reminded of what this game was like when it was coming out. Just saying, I am absolutely wrecking right now. Oh no, I'm not. William P is... Are they ahead of me? Holy shit, they are. That's my other ghost, isn't it? Man, I really have fell off. I mean, damn. I thought I was winning. I thought I was doing really good, and then I looked at the map and William P and my old ghost are like way ahead of me, and I just lost flame. But yeah, those videos, you know, whether it be the character speculations or the leaks, or the first time playing the Grand Prix tracks and unlocking the Oxide Ghosts, they're like time capsules, you know, you're going to be able to go back to those videos in 10 years and relive this game when it was in its prime. Of course, you can still go and buy the game now and play it for the first time, complete the adventure mode and unlock characters and stuff. All the tracks that came through updates and all the characters and skins and everything, they're all there, but there's multiple things that are going to alter the experience. Like, first of all, the online isn't as populated anymore, and playing online is actually going to be a bit of a struggle because it's very tough to find a full lobby. Not only does it take a while to search, but usually it's just full of AI. If you want to play battle mode online, good fucking luck. But also, again, that content that I mentioned, it's all still here, but it was a different experience. It was more fun when it was first coming out. It's a completely different game to the version that came out on release day. In fact, version 1 kind of sucks compared to this. I mean, we have engine swapping now. I can't believe that engine swapping wasn't in the game to begin with. If you were only good with a certain engine class like speed or turning, you were limited to what characters you could play as, because you would only be able to play as the characters that had your class. It's kind of weird to think that they didn't think about doing this through development, or maybe they did and they just didn't have enough time to implement it. It was so exciting when that feature specifically was announced. I just kind of miss those days, really. I just kind of do. I know it's only been 3 years, but whoa, where's the U-turning at? Okay, there we go. Man, I'm not even winning against damn Velo. That's just disappointing. It's alright though, because I can get back into this game whenever I want. If I really want to get back into this game and beat all the dev ghosts again, I'll still have a hard time. I'll still probably go mentally insane trying to do so, but I can get back into it. But yeah, I'd say this game was probably, I don't know, it's hard to say because I wasn't there for the release of Insane Trilogy. I didn't have a PlayStation. I feel like with this game it was like maybe the biggest the Crash fanbase has been in years. I especially wasn't there in the 90s when the original PS1 games were selling, you know, millions of copies, because I wasn't even alive at that point. But in recent times, at least, I feel like it's the biggest the Crash fanbase has been with this game, because it was receiving constant updates, and, you know, with a game like Crash 4 that doesn't receive any updates, or at least not, you know, new stages and new characters every month or anything like that, you know, there's still discussion around it, of course, and people still play it, obviously, but as we can tell with this game, it's a prime example of, you know, with every bit of content, it's exciting, a lot of the fans like to speculate and look forward to what's coming next, and it brings people back every single month. Now that there's no updates coming, the game kind of fell off quite quickly. That's not just because of a lack of updates, it's also because of the lack of online modes. So if there was more online modes and more things to do online, more players, the drop-off wouldn't have been as significant. But yeah, I mean, the lack of content also added to the fact that there was a big drop-off when they stopped updating the game. If they actually did fix that online mode before the final update, the game could be in a completely different state right now. But it felt like the fanbase was the most alive at that point because, you know, the release up to the game, sharing screenshots, looking forward to it, making memes and all that. And that's partially why I hope that whatever comes next for Crash is an online game. Whether that be another Crash Team Racing game, I'm a big fan of kart races, so I wouldn't be against a CTR2. In fact, I think we need a CTR2. I think this isn't enough, to be honest. It could have been, but it wasn't. With the lack of online modes, I think we need a CTR2. And I know this is sort of like the ultimate Crash Racing game. It has the biggest roster of characters, and it has all the Nitro Kart tracks and CTR tracks. I think a CTR2 could maybe bring some classic tracks back, maybe not all of them. Would be cool to just, you know, have everything all in one place, but I think generally it should have its own adventure mode, its own new tracks, its own new, not characters, because, you know, you're going to need to take, well, yeah, maybe characters, maybe you could make a new villain, but I don't know, if you're going to make a new story mode, it would be hard to include the massive roster of characters, because it's like, wouldn't make sense to have Von Clutch in a racing game when he's not involved with the story at all, unless they, I don't know, maybe include them in a different mode or something. But I think we need a CTR2 just simply because this game wasn't really enough. But not just that, though, I wouldn't mind if the next Crash game was anything online related, even WumpaLeague, if it's a, you know, what is it, a 4-player brawler, something like that, you know, or maybe it's a party game or something. Whatever it is, I hope that whatever comes next for Crash is online related, or something that can receive new content, new characters, stuff like that. Just something to look forward to, something that they can bring updates to, maybe not once a month. I think once a month is maybe unsustainable, and if they spread it out a bit more, they could potentially make the lifespan of the game longer, because you can't really do that with Crash 4. I mean, I'm sure they could think of something, but there's definitely more you can get out of an online game like Crash Team Racing when it comes to updates, as opposed to Crash 4. And I think more people prefer that anyway, because with Crash 4, yeah, you can customize skins and stuff like that, but it's a single player game. I think people like customizing their karts and their characters and their skins and showing off, oh, I've got the Master Wheels, I did all the dev trials, and showing it off online, showing off their skill online. I just think that's why it was so big for the Crash community, and that's why this game was so popular. But that being said, let me know down below what you think about everything I've discussed in this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you all in my next video.